Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say,
Welcome to Eejits of the World!
with you,
Glenn Wool and you,
Andrew Maxwell, still,
and
Nash.
sparkling.
Here we go. And what an absolute blessing of a batch of Eejits.
Yeah, batch. Yeah, I think that's a good, yeah.
I'm changed
all
from-
on the tray.
Yeah.
Fresh out of the idiot oven.
We have them slightly lifted so you can see them all.
Don't slide, don't slide.
Don't slide. They won't slide. They're Eejits. Don't
Yeah,
you worry.
yeah. We didn't use any sort of spray on this pan because we're Eejits too.
That's right, yeah.
With baked onto the pan.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 burned to a crisp Eejits for you. Shall we begin, Mr. Glenn?
Yes, please.
Well, and it's great to see you post the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
And you.
And here we are, back at Eejits headquarters.
We've had our sleeps.
The batter sleeps. Are you ready for your first Eejit
Yes.
of episode 57, would you believe it?
57.
57. All right. Well, our first Eejit of this week is my friend, none other than, and you wouldn't think it looking at them, but Harry Potter fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a that's a wide net, and
And by that, I don't mean children. Adult Harry Potter fans.
yeah. Well, that's the problem. They start out as children,
And then they stay children.
yeah.
They stay children with national insurance numbers, and driving licenses, and the capacity to vote at general elections.
Can you imagine being the parent of one of these adult children, where you just tried everything, and you look back and you're like, I can't believe it was the copy of Harry Potter I pushed into his hand so many years ago that would cause this stunting.
All I wanted was my kid not to be illiterate. And now I'm living with a 35-year-old warlock.
It was like a curse, like one of the wishes to the genie was, I want my child to read, and read voraciously. Well, you should have specified. You should have used 2 wishes on that, sir, because you are now a parable.
Well, yes, now, anyway, well, whatever. People embrace the childlike wonder of Potter. Yeah. Anyway, this...
I enjoyed Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys as much as the next. Probably not Nancy Drew, but you know, I don't have any.
Who's Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys?
They solved crimes. It was children's literature in Canada, but I don't have the Hardy Boys tattooed on my back.
No.
And it was always
that would draw in a very different type of attention, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you get sent home from the public pool pretty quickly.
And with respect, I have to say, Mr. Glenn, you are one of the most hirsute men I've ever actually encountered.
Well, you could shave their hairstyles into my back.
That'd be nice. Bit of man-topery.
Yeah. One of the only good tattoos on the planet. If you can actually give your tattoo hair from your back, then I would say do it.
I think I would be willing to get a tattoo if I could grow it out. 3 months later, I no longer have that snake with a skull on my...
I could genuinely get a Jim Morrison face tattooed on my chest and shave around it.
That's pretty rad. Would it be early, Jim? Would it be
No.
Oh, no.
Well, it's getting closer to early Jim right now. The more I've spent in the gym, the closer I can get my Jim Morrison tattoo to look.
Yeah. So it won't be bloated Paris Jim Morrison.
That would be my back. Yeah. Actually, I've got another spot for that one.
I call my hairy ass Mr. Mojo Rising.
He's about to smoke a cigar.
Oh no! Oh dear! I just caught that image. That was terrible. But why is it a cheroot? Why are you pooping tiny cigars? Tiny French criminal cigars.
Yeah,
I don't know. You're a large man. I always thought you'd be more of a Havana cigar.
Depends what I've been up to.
That's true. Breaking embargoes, that'll always do it. Yeah. Now then, let us get back to the childlike wonder that is.
Call me the smuggler. Don't ask why, and don't ever ask me to show you why.
They're not for sale. Glen cigars are only for bribing customs officials. You know what I'm saying? Do you? Anyway, I don't. No idea what we're talking about. Right then. So Harry Potter.
Yes.
You're au fait with the work of the young wizard, but he grows up in what is known as a Muggle family. They're people with no magic.
Yeah.
And he's there, and they're a bit mean to him because they're lower class. But luckily, it turns out he's actually upper class. And he shouldn't be going to the peasants' comprehensive school. He should, in fact, be going to a private boarding school in the Scottish Highlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
The magic of classism. Hooray! Hooray for the class structure.
Yeah.
So,
get a broom up your ass, Harry.
If you want to be fifth in line to the throne. Marry whatever beautiful maiden from American television you want.
Have you ever played Quidditch?
For keeps. If you want to know why the snitch is so golden, come through this doorway. Harry Potter.
Yes.
The tale, this 15,000 book story of how a young wizard turned out he wasn't a chav, but was in fact a powerful posh snob.
Yeah.
Is that story? I don't know. I did. Yeah, largely it.
I've never read the books. I think I've seen 2 of the movies, and somebody's got no nose in it, and it's really creepy.
Oh, well, he should be creepy because he's a baddie. Yeah, they're still going for physical deformities means evil in the world of Harry Potter. Yeah? Yeah?
I just figured it was a cocaine accident. It was one of those, somebody had a little too much fun in the 90s. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I say I'm evil. Well, you got no nose, fella. Yeah. You're pasty pale and you have no nose.
Yeah.
So, Harry Potter. So, what happens in the books of the Harry Potter is during school term, the 1st of September every year, Harry and the other wizard children, they all gather in King's Cross train station, a real train station, which is actually featured in Eejits of the World previously, when it was a dispute between a piano player and some possible Chinese spies.
Yes.
King's Cross train station. So, in the books, there's platform 19 3/4 or something. Anyway, there's a mythical platform which only appears on the 1st of September, and all the magic children go to their magic private school, which is now being charged VAT.
Good.
And all the Potterheads, which is people who are really into Harry Potter, are called. They over the years they've been gathering.
That's not what I call them.
What do you call them?
I'll keep that one to myself, but it is not that kind.
That's not this sort of podcast. So, on the 1st of September every year, more and more of the diehard Harry Potter fans from around the world are gathering at King's Cross train station and waiting for the announcement of the wizards. They're all in the gear.
Oh, dear.
And bear in mind, these are not wizards. These are the people who love wizards and are dressed like wizards. So it's the equivalent of a fat, bald, middle-aged man in a brand new Liverpool jersey.
Yeah.
You're not going on, fella. Derek, you're not going on. You know what I mean? You're maybe 18 months away from having to drive around in a Rascal. Right? You're not going to be playing the high-tempo midfield game that Liverpool have become renowned for.
Yeah, he's thinking, I'll just spray the ball around. I don't have to run very much. You're no classic Man United Paul Scholes fella. Yeah. You're no Iniesta in his prime at Barcelona. You're not doing any of that. But nevertheless, our Potterheads, they gather on the 1st of September. It's built, right? Yeah.
And wait for 11 in the morning in the books is when the magic train sets off from platform 9.5 or whatever it is, right? Yeah. And they used to put it up on the board. Hogsmeade train station. You know, and it was all a bit of fun. But like everything else in this world, it's ruined by people. What was once a bit of fun with maybe a couple of hundred diehard Harry Potter fans, thanks to the joy of the internet, it's been absolute deluge with them, right? And in July of this year, Network Rail, which is the organisation that runs the train system, put out a message going, we're not doing it this year. Too many of you fucking freaks have shown up.
Yeah.
And it's still a train station, right? But nevertheless, they defied all that with and they went, we'll do it anyway. And thousands of these magic people who still live with their mum came to King's Cross train station 4:11 in the morning, waited, and it's this amazing video of them all counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ding! 11 o'clock, no announcement. They lose their magic shit.
You know that disappointment you're feeling? This is how your parents feel every day.
As you walk back through the door in your robes.
Quoting it like it's the Bible. I figure what they should do is just tell them that secret portal works, but you just have to get going really fast.
Honestly, it's, you know what magic is? It's belief.
Yeah. And you gotta really lead. Don't straighten your neck. Get it all bent down. Take it all to the top of the head and run into that brick wall, and you'll
fly into that brick wall.
You'll get to go to Hogwarts.
And by that we mean lie in a bed with a lot of tubes for 9 months. Oh my God, so wonderful. Honestly, I mean, I'm taking the piss out, but like, this is Eejits of the world. Like, you should have seen this. You should have seen these people. They together, they would make a flash mob look cool. Right? That is, when you've made 50 people doing a choreographed dance to sell like Maltesers, and you know.
Yeah.
Mint flavour Maltesers, limited edition thing. Like, that's the level of cool.
Yeah.
So good. Just hearing them boo, like hearing little wizards booing, like.
It's when they get the tattoos.
Huh?
They get tattoos of Harry Potter. I've seen them.
Yeah, I tell you what I have seen. I have seen somebody with the, Harry Potter, which proves that he's a wizard and not a common child. He has the scar on his forehead.
Oh, right.
He's got a lightning bolt. And I've seen
Or he just ran into that wall.
Or yes, truly believed that he could get away from his drab family. But I've seen the lightning bolt on the arm, and I have to say, out of context of Harry Potter on his head and all the rest of it, looking pretty Nazi-ish.
Yeah.
And I have to say, they don't have the body shape of fascism, which is obviously fat. Big fat man who eats pork pies.
It's that kind of cavalier attitude that's going to get a lot of muggles killed, buddy. Disregard them at your warning. What? At your peril.
That's your warning peril. That's what you get, a warning before the peril.
Yeah. It's a 2-card system now.
Oh, so fantastic. They're so upset.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were told.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was still people actually using the train station for trains and that.
That would bother me the most.
Not adult childlike wonder.
Yeah. And those moments, I've been in a few of them where you've got just a ripping hangover and people are just jacking around in the train station, with whatever you were talking about, the when they're doing the dancing, or even like selling me stuff in the train station. Just if you should get a hangover lanyard or something.
Just, you mean like a stick on a rope hung around your neck? Sorry, I would love to listen to what you're saying, but I have to flagellate myself.
Yeah.
With my special shitty wand.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, hopefully some sort of compromise can be met.
No. Fuck them. We said no. It's time.
It's time.
Get going.
Yeah, put your childlike wonder away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I still reading Battle comic? No, I'm not.
But
am I still reading The Adventures of Johnny's War? No, I'm not. Am I still obsessed with the Second World War?
A little bit.
That's extraordinary.
That's okay.
Oh my God. I watched a movie about Iwo Jima the other day. Fascinating. The Pacific Campaign. Good Lord.
The Eastwood one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made two of them, didn't he?
From both perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah. Good and evil. Oh, did he make the Japanese one really racist?
No, he didn't. He really dropped the ball there. He made them humans.
Just eating really weird stuff and normalizing it.
To be honest, they were eating nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
they kind of starved them out of those caves. Anyway, well, we wish you all the very best, Potterheads, with your childlike adult childlike wonder.
Yeah, and I would say, just try and read a different book, but maybe just stay where you are. Maybe that's best. What else won't you fully understand?
Yeah. Don't give up Harry Potter to get into Charles Bukowski.
Yeah. Oh, God. You want to see what they were doing in the train station after that little jag?
Something with the most beautiful woman in the world. Well, there you go. Hooray for magic. And actually a wonderful start of the new school term story to start Eejits of the World with. Mm-hmm. Very good. Now then, Mr. Glenn, do you have a story for me?
I do. It's about the hubris of billionaires.
Oh, we love a bit of hubris.
Yes.
And there's no Egypt like an incredibly rich Egypt.
No, and maybe the most hubrastic of all the hubris.
The hubrastic. I tell you what, I have known many men in my time, but I've never known a man that speaks better English than this man. Hubrastic. Hubrasticize. I might not be a city slicking lawyer.
Some people say you're just selling facts.
Yes. Yep. Well, yes, I am. I just got 2 starving men in a pit. What of it? Throw in a cockerel and a pig.
If you want to see the outcome, I will sell you a ticket.
You come along to Louisiana State Fair. Bet on room.
And don't go into it is not in the fair proper. It is in one of the parking lots, which will be defined on the day.
The day will be the day we're in Denny's parking lot. We will shoo away the lot lizards. We will bring in only the finest entertainment that Louisiana can put forward in your parish. All right. Go on, tell me all about these billionaires.
Elon Musk is back.
Elon Musk, I tell you what, he can't keep out the news.
No.
With him owning one of the news channels?
Yeah, and having a special thing that, and I assume this is only for me, but every time he tweets, it shows up like it breaks into my news coverage. Yeah. And it's just him saying one word. He's responding to tweets. And it's coming like I'm trying to watch the Vancouver Whitecaps, and it like bloops into my iPad like, oh, Elon has spoken again. Oof. Oh well, what hasn't he understood this time?
So lame.
Moon-headed man.
Who would have thought a South African wouldn't be cool?
Yeah. Well, this is what's happened. He's pissed off Brazil so much that he's had to grow his pubes back. That's how serious they are. He is banned.
I'm sorry, no smooth testicles for you. You don't deserve to be all smooth.
Slaps the wax paddle away. No.
Not for you. No, the shameful hairy testicles of another man for you.
Money can buy a lot of things.
But balls so smooth they taste like a skin lozenge. Not for you.
Well, and the judge that he's feuding with sort of does look like a shorn ball sack.
Of course he does. That's how he became the most senior judge in Brazil. You want to climb the top of the greasy pole in Brasilia. Oh, yeah. João, show me your testicles. Gilberto, show me your balls.
I'm looking into myself. I don't know if I can see a reflection or that's just the testicle.
My balls are just like me. We both move around in the bath. So how has he managed to piss off Brazil?
Yeah, it's over some of the loose facts that get tweeted about, and Brazil was like, you gotta do something about this, and he was like, I don't have to do anything about it. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Well, we're a country, you are not.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Some of the facts that we are not particularly delighted about. You said that 40% of our women do not have amazing asses.
Oh. Ay.
Ay, casao. Vai con Deus. So he was just throwing out some shite about Brazil.
Yeah, well, I think it was over the election, and they were like, "No, none of this is true." I don't know if you follow him on Twitter.
I don't, but somehow what would have been his party, he seems to be in the kitchen of my feed all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to sneak in to get an information beer from the fridge of the internet. And he's just always there by the toaster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's like U2's album that none of us wanted.
yes, and U2's career never came back from it either. No. People have to choose. They don't want... Yeah, what it kind of pisses me off on Twitter is that people are like, in my case, he's only in my feed because people screen grab and complain about him. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like if you were in the pub and somebody insisted on complaining about whoever owns the ancestral ground rent
I think
to your property. Like,
what he doesn't realize is that he's being used, and I truly believe that the money that bought him,
you truly allegedly believe.
I allegedly.
You truly allegedly.
I don't think it's his money. I think other people gave him that, and he thought that they were like, oh, this, we'll back him, and he's got our side. No, they wanted him to ruin Twitter, and that was the proviso. Like, we'll give you the money, but you have to run it. And he was like, yeah, they think they get... No, you
have to run it.
You run it.
Sack everyone.
Into the ground.
Sack everyone. Show up at the headquarters with the sink.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. We'll give you $44 billion if you do that. You fucking moron.
Well, hey, but screw him, because I'll tell you why. Because that's not the big news from Brazil. The big news from Brazil is, in the same week that they banned Twitter from Brazil, they've also banned the claw machine.
Whoa.
You know what I'm talking about. From the world of fairgrounds, arcades, and generally wasting your money.
I can't even imagine the person who's having the worst week in Brazil. Social media junkie, but when he's not doing it, he's
it's so hard to catch anything. Except, in Brazil, it's not teddy bears, it's not cuddly toys, it's tiny bundas. They're a glass cabinet of bundas. You have to catch a bunda. They banned them because
what's a bunda?
A bunda is Brazilian slang for a bum, but particularly a particularly pleasant bum.
Oh, yeah,
it's a compliment.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
a bunda. Que bunda.
A bunda.
Que linda,
Surely
que bunda.
it's a bunda.
Oh, I'm sure, but that would be then 4 bums.
Is it plural?
Well, bums are sold in a pack of 2.
Yeah.
Right? So if you say bunda, what you've then got is 4 cheeks.
Well, no, because if I said bum, you wouldn't think 4 cheeks.
Well, I would.
Wow.
I'm multiplying it in my mind. Don't you worry about that. I'm counting them.
He's working the bottom line on me with the contract. I said bum. I would sell you a bum. That's 2 bums, actually.
Actually.
That's 4 cheeks. I don't care if it's the same person, but it's...
No, 4 different cheeks. Anyway, the reason why Brazil, the police in Rio de Janeiro have stepped in and seized all the claw machines in Rio.
I suppose they were all out of crime.
Yeah.
They had to...
It was a Monday. The police in Rio de Janeiro went, nothing happening. Nothing.
Check the speed cameras.
Nothing.
There's nothing in there, Sergeant.
Nothing. What about littering? Nothing.
No, everybody's using the baskets.
So it's time for the claw.
Yeah.
They said the reason why was that they believe that the claw machines are in fact gambling, because you never know whether you're going to win or not. And I would retort to that by saying they're not gambling, because you definitely know you're not going to win on a claw machine. The weakest grip in the world.
Yes, I think we all remember the classic James Bond. They're all sitting around a claw machine. So, Doctor, no.
No, just go with your tongue. Monte Carlo. Sat around the table with some of the most evil villains.
One of them has 2 claws for hands. Is this directed at me? Because I feel like this is like you're making fun of me. Can I use my own hand? No, you can't use your own hands. Well, okay. Yeah, we're trying to sneak his little claw over the glass. Dr. Octopus, what are you doing? No, nothing.
Mr. Laszlo Fontaine. I assume. One of the most claw-handed villains I've ever had the displeasure of strangling in a bathroom of a hurtling train. There's Eva Green in a ball gown. just trying to get a Woody out of the thing.
Here, press the red button for me, would you?
Yeah. Hit it twice. Once to lower. The second time to That'd be so great. So, Mr. Bond, the fate of the world depends on your final chance. Will you get to shun the sheep or not? We shall see. Are you sure you don't want to talk about the uranium proliferation? Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, just beautiful woman, if you wouldn't mind blowing on my claw.
Sure. Oh. Well, that's worked out better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a long night.
Might be a whore, but it's not blowing on claws. This is my thing.
I actually have a clause.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, so it's not gambling. I don't think they're gambling.
Yeah.
They're just rigged. That's not gambling. Gambling is a fine activity between a casino and a man, and it's 50-50. Anybody could win. Me or the giant golden building that's always been there. Or me, the drunken schmuck who's in town for one night. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best, casino.
You've never grappled with a mind like mine before.
You've seen the movie Rain Man, right?
Yeah. I've had a whole bottle of scotch and I haven't eaten anything for 24 hours. So, mind fight.
I'm going to be taking the gold off your roof.
Yeah.
One claw grab at a time.
I'm not allowed into a lot of casinos. Do you know why? Drunkenness. But that's not the point. I've been kicked out of counting cards or vomit on the shoes. Who knows? Could have been a multitude of things. But
all the evil villains sat around the giant oak table. It's just bing, boom, 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 bing, boom, boom, boom. Sorry, I can't hear you over the machine. I'm saying you will rue the day. You will rue the...
yeah.
You will rue the day you crossed me, Mr. Bond.
And just as the claw gets a hold of Jean the Sheep's head, the waitress comes over and said, your table's ready, gentlemen.
Jesus.
Yeah, if it's one of your birthdays, you eat for free. Welcome to Denny's. Come on.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Finally, I was wondering when the Rio de Janeiro police force were going to get into the show.
Yeah.
We've had so many cop forces in this show over the years. We've had the Irish cops, the Aussie cops, South African cops. We've had New Orleans
the Aussie
cops.
cops a few times.
Yeah, New Orleans cops. But finally, Rio de Janeiro Finally, you're cracking. Apparently, they said in the article that they were number one, they're actually gambling machines, and number two, that they were connected to organised crime. Like when in a world of a city where you got 50,000 frontline gangsters with machine guns as one of the world's major exit ports of the cocaine trade, when do you have time to corner the claw machine market?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to City of God Part 3. Where the favelas or where the claw machines are forced to go.
They're going underground now.
Yeah. How'd you lose the leg? An underground claw machine. You shouldn't have been playing. I'd been in a lot. I'd been going to my support group, but it's that sitting in a circle. Somebody passed a plate of cookies over, and I reached out for it, and well, next thing I knew, I was dead. You guys happen to have a better system than this.
Just showing up, all the claw machines disappearing because Comanche Vermelho, the big gang in Rio, have taken them all. Where have they gone to? They've gone deep into the favelas. Just showing up with all the claw machines. Okay, guys, get rid of the chicken fighting. What are we supposed to do with these cockerels? Eat them. They are chickens.
It's that or the claw machine. Which one you want to eat?
You can't eat the claw machine.
No.
You can definitely eat the chicken.
Choice is yours.
Choice is yours.
I have an Uzi.
I'm armed. I've got a machine gun and flip-flops. It's up to you. As you can see by my footwear, I ain't running. These bullets are doing the sprint for me. Yeah. Oh. Well, there you go.
Yes.
But so we applaud Brazil for standing up to the fucking asshat that is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we mock Brazil for going after the weakest crime in the world.
It's a weird time to do it too. Like, the whole world's watching. You're having quite a public spat with Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what else is a rip-off Rio Police? That was that little airplane outside. Your toddler's not taking off. Like, that's not a real plane. Like, that's just going back and forward. That's never getting in the air.
No.
You might want to investigate that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, nevertheless, muito obrigado, Brazil. Muito obrigado.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
All right. It is time for another Egypt.
All right.
A Russian spy whale. We're never going to get into the story. This is... Yes, the Russians are using spy whales. Right? There's a Russian spy. It's a beluga whale. Right? Anyway, so there's a Russian spy whale.
I suppose if you manage to not be caviar in Russia, it's like, boy, you really won the lottery there.
Sergei, we want you to live as normal whale. Live in suburbia, have children. Join the pod. Make small talk, smile like... Go, when they want to talk about ball game. Who will win pennant this season? When they say, do you like Cubs or do you like White Sox? You say... Then show them blowhole if nothing else works. So there's a Russian spy whale. It was caught a couple of years back, but drifting into Norwegian.
Was it in disguise? A beluga and an orca outfit. and a trench coat.
So, goddess. And Trilby says, I am orca, like other orca. These orcas are black and white. I'm white and black. What's same different? Same to me. Vodka made from potato. Vodka made from grain. What difference? I go blind anyway.
Just a average orca looking for the nuclear power plant.
Hey guys, great to be with my fellow orca today. Have you guys like to do normal orca things like hunting seals in pack, jumping through hoop in a zoo in Florida, or perhaps other orca activity like finding underground undersea telegraph cable, so fiber optic cable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this orca, which came into Norwegian waters a couple of years back.
Wearing a GoPro on his head.
Yes, actually was. He really was. He was wearing a GoPro.
That's so it's done in the pod. It's a style thing.
Look, me, I hang time. I am like skateboarder, no?
I'm TikToker.
That's right.
We're making whale TikToks.
What did you talking about? I am not spy whale, for I am not whale. I am in fact a free climber. I free climb outside buildings with GoPro on head. The reason he swam into the Norwegian territorial waters right up at the top of Norway, because the very top of Norway touches the very top of Russia. And the Norwegians believed he was a spy whale rather than just a regular Joe Soap whale, paying his tax and living his life. And, you know what I mean? Married with whale children, stuff, living in the whale suburbia. Right? They believed he was in fact a spy whale because he indeed did have a GoPro on his head.
Yeah.
And on the harness of his GoPro, it said, equipment of St. Petersburg.
Well, if it was any other country, I would say, oh, that's a setup. That's not a spy whale. But no, Russia did that. It's just something that's right in their wheelhouse.
Yeah. Behind every great spy whale is a drunken man who doesn't care. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Sergei is not being looked after because Igor... We have 10 whales.
Exactly, and you know the whales like so. If they capture me in Norway, what do I do to not give up any information? Don't worry, if they catch you, we're not getting the body back. No,
not out of Norway. Norwegians or blue-eyed Japanese people, as I like to go. They're still liking the old killing of the whales once in a while.
Yeah, they use a chef to do any of the interrogating.
Really good chef, though.
Yeah, a Swedish chef.
Heard to be the blowhole.
But just sharpening a knife.
Where have you come from?
Yeah.
Man, the Swedish chef pops up in the show a lot. Anyway, he showed up in Norway, and he was an absolute smash hit. Everybody liked him, and for whatever reason, he didn't want
as an entree. Sure.
For whatever reason, he didn't want to go back to Russia.
Just like every other spy that's ever been rumbled.
Yeah, exactly. Any chance I could not be exchanged for somebody? Sergei, you have failed in mission. It is time for you to die in a muddy field in eastern Ukraine. We are going to use your blowhole as rocket launcher.
It's really come to that.
He's called. They nicknamed him Havaldemir. Now, Valdemir is a portmanteau.
Well, Val is whale,
whale.
meat, I believe.
It's just whale.
Oh, okay.
Whale and Vladimir,
Yeah.
as in Putin.
Oh,
Havaldemir.
lovely.
Yeah. And he migrated all the way down to the southwest coast of Norway and hung out there for years. Big fan. Everybody was a big fan of him.
With the camera on?
I presumably it would have run out of charge at some point. And to be honest, who's ever watching back all that GoPro footage? Do you know what I mean? You're just a retired spy whale, man. You're not Tom Cruise riding a bike off a cliff 20 times in a row. But yeah, the Russians completely denied that he was a spy whale.
That's
just
how
happened.
you know he was a spy whale.
He just happened to be a whale who had happened to watch a lot of YouTube, thought he could do that himself, got himself a GoPro.
Yeah.
Managed to put on and attach and clip closed a harness with his flippers. But he escaped. Yeah, he escaped from the system.
Good.
Yeah,
And he's now died, though.
So, well, I was just about to tell that to the audience, but in maybe a more tender way.
Well, you have to tenderize them.
Sadly, Havaldemir has passed, and they don't know what's happened to him. They're going to check him, but there's a lot of people in the whale-loving side of the game in Norway are very upset because apparently he was a great sport. Which often, like Russians, be outside of the
He
evil.
could speak 7 languages. He was a gymnast.
He was one of the finest whales at the claw table in Monte Carlo. Ferdinand Havaldemir. So great to see you. Well, you can see that again. How could you tell?
It was the way you sipped your drink.
But sloppy, I've been at the table for quite some hours.
Trying to get a Paw Patrol.
Coolfinger says that if I can actually get one of these fucking minions on my claw, he'll inadvertently give away his entire nefarious scheme before sawing me in half by the balls. I could do the partner. One that I don't fuck.
and cut to the...
There's just James in bed smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Both of them sort of half under the sheet. You got any other blowholes?
Would you like me to blow my Dunhill down your blowhole?
Forgive me, I'm unfamiliar with whale anatomy. Is there anything else to fuck over there?
Look at us, a couple of oxygen-breathing guys. Em told me before I started this very dangerous mission, for the love of God, James, don't fuck a fish. Well, joke's on you, Em. It's a cetacean.
It's a station.
It's a cetacean.
Oh, God.
It's a pistachio.
Yes, the station would have taken Sean Connery all day to say.
That's
It's a station.
a
Pardon me? Shit.
It's like a fat dolphin. It's a huge, fat, sexy dolphin. It's completely wiped clean. Station.
It's disguised as a sperm whale now.
Oh God. Oh. Well, it's a sad story because they said that they think there might have been foul play involved because beluga whales are meant to live for 60 years, but sadly our boy he passed away at 15 years, and they're like, "Woo, that means it's foul play." I'm like, guys. It's a Russian whale. Right? 15 years is probably a really long time for a Russian whale to live.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The whale who loved me. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. This is what turned James into the Lothario.
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah. He did find love.
True love. And I never thought I'd find the real love since my wife died in Canonical, one of the first ever books. And then she died, and that's what set me off being a murdering fucking sex offender. You know what I mean? But finally I found you. Sexy wheel.
Yeah.
Sexy suspicion.
15, tongue-tied.
Care for a Campari and soda? Or possibly a pint glass full of shrimp? Whatever. You're a boy! How did this never come up before? What do you mean I haven't aroused you and it hasn't come out?
You keep her tucked inside when company's around. Anything else? You've got a blowhole.
That is it. I like it. You're the kind of gal I like. You hold her breath for a real long time. You seem to have your vagina behind your ears. Oh God. Oh, it's so hot in here. Now then. So that's a sad story, but let me cheer you with some nautical tales.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, let us end on this one.
Yeah.
So that's a sad story. There was a whale that could have probably had such a much more promising life if it hadn't been neglected like shit in Russia, like everything else in Russia.
Yeah.
Now then, let's talk about an animal surviving, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes. So, there's a legendary French actor called Alain Delon.
Oh, I can picture him in my mind's
Oh,
eye.
yes. Can you really? You can see him immaculately tailored.
I don't know who he is, what he's done, but I can see
think
him.
he was almost like the equivalent of 1960s young Michael Caine.
Boy,
You know?
he
Sort of.
beckons me with an unfiltered cigarette.
Well, this is the guy.
Comes this way.
Come this way. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't care where you are in your cycle. I'm ready for you. Anyway, he's 88 and he just passed away. So that's sad for him and his family.
Two fat ladies. That's what he made it to.
I spent all my life making love to the incredibly lies. Then, on my deathbed, two fat ladies. Oh my God. L is the English. He tried. This is a crazy story. So he did a couple of years back. He did an interview with Paris Match. Paris Match is it's like their tabloid.
French Tinder.
Yes, exactly. Only there's no swiping right or left. We all agree. Everyone is acceptable. I will make love to you all.
Yeah, I assumed this was a lineup.
Yes, I assume I clicked on the T and C's, which I thought meant titties and clams. That's what I could do. That's what I came out with.
I did well with that.
I did what I could.
That's not the word I was thinking.
Well, I was still thinking of the sea, you see. Anyway, he did an interview a couple of years back before he passed away, this legend of French cinema, saying that he'd had 50 dogs in his life.
Yeah.
But his last dog
Oh.
He had so many more. Occasionally, I went to a film festival in the provinces. I would bring a truck with me, back them in. In you go. Come on, peasant ladies. Ugh, you're so provincial. Look at you, you fishy crap. Get in the... Anyway, he said that his dearest wish was that when he died, that the vet would put his dog on his deathbed. He wanted his dog called Lubo. There's a Belgian breed of dog called Lubo. The dog's called Lubo. I forgot what the breed is. What he wanted on his deathbed was the dog to be put on his lap and the vet to kill the dog, so that the dog would be buried with him and would die with him on the same day.
What is he worried about that dog telling people?
But you cannot bark my memoir. But this became like, everybody knew, because he had done this massive interview, everybody in France knew that when he died, that this is what he wanted, the dog to be killed and buried with him, like he was a Chinese emperor and there were a bunch of terracotta soldiers. Like
He doesn't need to tell you anything. You can see it in his eyes. You can see my deed in his eyes.
He wags a little more to the left than the right. You know. You know. Laissez pour faire stack ta tête. The man was dying. He couldn't speak properly. Anyway, there was a big uproar in France, and they made sure that his family didn't put the dog down.
And that's the lesson you take home from this, kids. If you're gonna have a dog die on your death day, you kill that dog yourself. I don't care how sick you are. And if you can't kill a dog, then that's just nature.
That's God's way of telling you you're dying today.
Yeah, either way, you'll die.
Yeah. But the dog doesn't have to die with you.
No.
The dog had many more years of catching ball and playing in the park and just rootling around, sniffing things, barking at postmen and such. So the dog...
nobody's expecting anything out of the dog. Like, okay, you've been granted your clemency. Now get out there and,
save the world.
Yeah, you better cure COVID, cure monkeypox. That's the one we need. We don't know what's gonna happen
with your paws. We're just gonna put on a big screen the entire genetic code of monkeypox, and you sit down in the bits where we should edit. From the genome. Now then, yes, so there you go. So long story short, the good people of France, and more specifically Alain Delon's family, rallied around and have saved the dog.
And now we are being haunted by the ghost of Alain Delon. He had one wish.
You know when he's coming. For a small cloud of Gaulois cigarettes gathers.
Where did it come from? The window is closed.
I come underneath the door.
Yeah, sneak on there.
My wishes have not been fulfilled. Sounds strange. Your dog buried with you. Let the dog live. He was worried, genuinely, he said in the article that he was worried that the dog would really fret.
Dogs have a way of killing themselves if they want to. That's what I told the cops anyway.
And in conclusion, I don't know any of that's true. So, sad that a whale passed away.
Yeah.
Great that a dog survived.
Yay!
Hooray! Hooray for four legs.
And that's how the Russian spy, the French dog, ruined the world. I'm saying that the French dog is a Russian spy.
Oh.
And would let it live.
Deep state.
Yes. Oui.
You think he's just up there?
That's why Macron couldn't sit close to Putin in the meetings before the Ukraine war.
Because the dog was just under the incredible...
He would smell the dog on Putin. That's why. Yeah.
The dog was just underneath.
Excuse me, Vladimir, but is that not the dog of Hélène Le Monde? I smell ammonia. How would you even know that dog?
The dog's just under the really long table. Sorry, what I mean. Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah.
Woof, 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 woof.
Well, that's why, yeah, because when they served the meal, that's when he blew his cover, and he knows he's not supposed to do that at the table. Came all the way down. Ooh.
Anyway, well,
Yeah.
Hooray for Wales, hooray for dogs, daft billionaires, claw machines,
yeah.
Brazilian cops, and magic man children.
Yeah,
And girl children
being held down by the muggle.
being held down by the muggle once again. You better believe it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this week's Eejits of the World. This is Glenn Wool.
And this is Andrew Maxwell.
Every episode comes out on Wednesdays for your ears and for your eyes on YouTube on Saturdays. If you have enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Leave any comment on any platform. The algorithm loves it. This is what the algorithm does when you leave any comment. Num, 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 yum, yum. Yeah. So just do that if you wouldn't mind. Thank you very much, guys. It has been a Pod People production. Pod People.